Hi, Luca. Really
Hello.
nice to see you this afternoon, and thank you for joining me. It's really interesting to be in this position. Normally, we're talking all about you to the press, but today I get to ask you a few questions.
Yes.
So let me kick off. Obviously, there's some key features in your new product, Aile, relating to sports cars for the 2021 collection.
Yes.
If you could personally choose one mode of transport for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Would be a boat because I'm Venetian, and
Cool.
everything in Venice happened on the boat. So when we are a teenager, and maybe people, I don't know, in Paris or New York or whatever, they have the bike. We have a tiny little boat to go around the lagoon. The boat is it's my favorite transport.
I guess it's the natural choice. Going back to the design and the influence of sports cars, what would your favorite sports car be?
The reference of the sports car is, first of all, in terms of the heritage in design, Italy was very good in the sports car design.
Yeah.
And still, for me, it was also a tribute, not only about the specific sport car, but was more in general to observe and to find another angle of heritage coming from a design sector that's still very important for the concept of made in Italy and moving in this case in a wall lamp, but maintaining the same kind of DNA of the project.
And describing the design style of Aile, could you kind of explain it to someone who, hasn't seen it yet? Could you kind of give us some sort of highlights of the design?
Aile is very simple in terms of concept. So it's a wall lamp that we want working with a kind of indirect light. So it was quite natural, the idea to check what can be an element that create a sort of intersection with the radius of the light that help us to have a reflection,
yes,
and a different lighting effect. The main goal was using only one material. And in this case is a body in die-cast aluminum, and having the LED module easy to replace and being very compact. All these elements plus the design part that was really trying to create something very kind of aerodynamic in a way for the function that we discovered we want to give to the lamp. So it was quite easy looking immediately the sports car as an inspiration.
For the fun part here, you're the newest Crayola color. What color are you and why?
I love colors in general. Probably yellow, kind of pale yellow. Pale yellow for me is a kind of color that is very connected with Venice in a way, because if you look Venice in terms of building, is really pastel color, a watercolor paint almost.
What is the most treasured item in your home?
It's quite funny because I'm designing so many objects, and I also love collecting objects that I like. But in the same time, I have a sort of distance with objects. Being a creative person, I'm always trying to improve.
Yes.
And so everything that is surround me never satisfy me 100%. That means I never being able to build up a strong relationship with the object that I have at home.
Maybe that's the secret of your success, Luca. And in terms of cities, is there a city that inspires you and one you want to keep going back to, and why might that be?
If I need to tell you one that really left me something special is Mexico City. Mexico City really was special in terms of culture, in terms of craft, in terms of history, in terms of where the city is built, and the Mexican, many things. I didn't expect, especially the modern part, and how much contemporary the approach of the modernist movement in Mexico can be. Connect also with the strong craftsmanship that you can find locally, but also the food. Food for me is also very connected with the richness of a culture.
How do you define beauty?
I think it's very subjective. It's not only a matter of aesthetic. I think beauty is also something that you are attracted for many reasons. Can be an empathy that specific things offer to you, attraction because there is some aesthetic that really is part of your background. So it's so difficult to define what is beauty.
Now, one word answer for this one, cats or dogs?
I'm not really into animal, honestly.
Perfect. What single thing would improve the quality of your life, Luca?
I think mentally having the opportunity to come back in Italy.
How would you like to be remembered?
A happy person.
If a student wanted to enter the field of design, what one piece of advice would you give?
Try to look design not as it is now, but thinking what can be done to improve the quality of life of people.
And the last question, if you weren't a designer, you would be a...
For sure, not now, but in the beginning, a basketball player. And probably now I was involved in a sport in some way. I don't know, maybe a manager or I don't know, but probably connect to the sport.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Luca.
Thank you very much.